The Perfume Chronicles, a lavish history of scent. The captivating role of scent in the intercontinental exchanges that transformed perfumery into a lavish global tapestry of scents is a testament to the enduring power of fragrance. From the Silk Road to the spice trade, from colonial aromatics to contemporary niche perfumery, perfumery has evolved into a global art form that embraces the diverse aromas of the world. As we inhale the scents of distant lands in our contemporary fragrances, we become part of a shared olfactory journey that transcends time and connects us to the aromatic treasures of a global perfumery heritage. Chapter 1. The Birth of Aromatics. The origins of perfumery are deeply rooted in the ancient tapestry of human civilization, where aromatic rituals and fragrant substances played a pivotal role in religious, social, and personal spheres. From the ancient civilizations of Mesopotamia, Egypt, India, and beyond, the art of perfumery has evolved over millennia, leaving an indelible mark on cultures and histories across the globe. Mesopotamian aromatics. The earliest whispers of perfume. The cradle of civilization, Mesopotamia, witnessed the earliest inklings of perfumery. The Sumerians, who inhabited this fertile region around 2500 BCE, engaged in the cultivation of aromatic plants and the extraction of essential oils. Their keen understanding of botanicals led to the creation of fragrant concoctions used in religious ceremonies and daily life. Clay tablets from the ancient city of Nippur reveal recipes for perfumes and aromatic unguents. These early fragrances were often dedicated to deities, with the belief that pleasing scents could invoke divine favor. Myrrh, frankincense, and cedarwood were among the prized ingredients, laying the foundation for the sacred and spiritual dimensions of perfumery. Egyptian elegance, a perfume as a divine offering. Egypt, with its grandeur and mysticism, elevated perfumery to new heights. The ancient Egyptians embraced fragrances with unparalleled enthusiasm, considering them essential in both life and the afterlife. Perfumes were intricately linked to religious rituals, where scented oils were offered to deities as a gesture of reverence. The tombs of pharaohs and elite Egyptians contained vast stores of perfumed oils, highlighting the belief in the transformative power of fragrance in the journey to the afterlife. The Ebers Papyrus, a medical document from around 1500 BCE, provides detailed recipes for perfumes, showcasing the Egyptians' advanced knowledge of aromatic extraction techniques. Indus Valley aromatics, essence of ancient India. In the Indus Valley civilization, ancient India made significant contributions to the world of perfumery. Ayurvedic texts, dating back over 3,000 years, outlined the use of fragrant substances in medicinal and spiritual practices. Aromatic herbs, spices, and flowers were carefully combined to create perfumed oils, attars, and incenses. The Rig Veda, one of the oldest sacred texts of Hinduism, contains hymns praising the divine essence of soma, a sacred plant believed to embody the elixir of life. Fragrant offerings, including sandalwood and agarwood, were integral to Vedic rituals, emphasizing the cultural and spiritual significance of perfumery in ancient India. Chinese incense. Aromatic traditions in the East. China embraced the art of perfumery through the use of incense, a practice deeply ingrained in religious ceremonies, meditation, and daily life. The burning of incense became a ritualistic act, with fragrant smoke believed to carry prayers to the heavens. The ancient Chinese also developed techniques for extracting aromatic substances from herbs and flowers, contributing to the rich tapestry of Oriental fragrances. The importance of scent extended to personal hygiene, and aromatic sachets were worn as talismans to ward off evil spirits. Greek influence. Perfumery in the classical world. The ancient Greeks, enamored by the luxurious indulgence of the senses, embraced perfumery with zeal. Fragrances were integrated into various aspects of Greek life, from bathing rituals to religious ceremonies. The famous Hippocratic Corpus, a collection of medical texts, contains references to the therapeutic use of fragrant oils. Perfumers, known as unguentarii, created complex blends using ingredients like myrrh, frankincense, and olive oil. Greek mythology also played a role in shaping the perception of perfumery, with legends of gods and goddesses anointing themselves with divine scents. Roman extravagance. perfume as a symbol of status. The Romans inherited the love for perfumery from the Greeks and elevated it to new heights of opulence. Perfumes became an essential part of daily life, and the Roman elite indulged in extravagant displays of aromatic luxury. Lavish baths scented with oils, unguents, and balms became a hallmark of Roman decadence. The city of Pompeii, preserved under layers of ash from the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, revealed a treasure trove of perfume-related artifacts. Elaborate perfume bottles, engraved with intricate designs, showcase the craftsmanship and attention to detail in Roman perfumery. 7. Arab alchemy, preserving and advancing perfumery knowledge. With the advent of the Islamic Golden Age, the Arab world became a crucible for the preservation and advancement of perfumery knowledge. Arab scholars translated Greek and Roman texts, incorporating them into their own burgeoning understanding of aromatic substances. Avicenna, a Persian polymath, penned the Book of Healing in the 11th century, exploring the therapeutic and aromatic properties of plants. The distillation apparatus invented by Arab alchemists paved the way for the extraction of essential oils, a pivotal development in the evolution of perfumery. Medieval European perfumery. Aromatic Renaissance. In medieval Europe, perfumery experienced renaissance, drawing inspiration from both Eastern and Western traditions. Monastic gardens cultivated aromatic herbs, and fragrant sachets and pomanders became popular among the European nobility. The Crusaders returning from the Middle East brought back exotic spices and aromatic treasures, influencing the olfactory landscape of Europe. Perfumers in Renaissance Italy refined the art, and Florence emerged as a center of perfume production. Renowned perfumers like Caterina Sforza created intricate blends for the Medici court, marking the intersection of art, alchemy, and fragrance. Renaissance to Enlightenment. Scientific advancements in perfumery. The Renaissance and Enlightenment periods saw a convergence of artistic and scientific advancements in perfumery. Alchemy, with its emphasis on transmutation and distillation, played a crucial role. The establishment of guilds and perfumers' workshops in major European cities facilitated the exchange of knowledge. Advancements in chemistry led to the isolation of individual aroma compounds, a pivotal step towards modern perfumery. The use of alcohol as a solvent for fragrances became widespread, enhancing the longevity and intensity of scents. Industrial Revolution. Mass production and accessibility. The Industrial Revolution marked a paradigm shift in perfumery, transitioning from artisanal craftsmanship to mass production. Innovations in synthetic chemistry allowed for the creation of novel aroma compounds, expanding the perfumer's palette beyond natural ingredients. The development of steam distillation techniques further streamlined the extraction process. Perfumery became more accessible to a broader audience, with the emergence of iconic houses such as Guerlain and Houbigant. The democratization of fragrance led to the creation of beloved classics like Chanel No. 5, solidifying the role of perfumery in shaping cultural and fashion trends. 20th century and beyond. Artistic expression and innovation. The 20th century witnessed an explosion of creativity and innovation in perfumery. The advent of modern synthetics allowed perfumers to craft entirely new olfactory experiences, leading to the birth of iconic fragrances like Shalimar and Joy. Artistic collaboration between perfumers and fashion designers. The narratives of early civilizations resonate with the intoxicating fragrance of aromatic materials, weaving a tapestry where incense, myrrh, and frankincense held profound spiritual, medicinal, and ritualistic significance. Across ancient Mesopotamia, Egypt, India, and beyond, these precious substances transcended the realms of sensory indulgence, becoming conduits for divine communication, sacred rites, and healing practices. In the ethereal smoke of burning incense and the resinous offerings of myrrh and frankincense, early civilizations found a means to connect with the divine, seek healing, and mark the sacred passages of life. Mesopotamian mystique. Aromatics in ritual and worship. In the cradle of civilization, Mesopotamia, aromatic rituals permeated the religious and ceremonial spheres. The Sumerians, Babylonians, and Assyrians engaged in elaborate rites where incense played a central role. The sweet smoke rising from censers filled sacred spaces, acting as a tangible bridge between the earthly and divine realms. Cuneiform tablets from ancient Nepal reveal detailed instructions for crafting incense offerings dedicated to deities. Ingredients like cedarwood, myrrh, and juniper were meticulously combined to create fragrant blends believed to invoke the favor of gods and goddesses. Aromatic ceremonies were not only expressions of devotion, but also a means to purify and sanctify spaces for sacred rites. Egyptian elevation. Fragrant pathways to the afterlife. In ancient Egypt, the art of perfumery reached unparalleled heights, intertwining with the spiritual and the earthly. Perfumes and aromatic unguents were integral to the Egyptian conception of the afterlife, where the journey to the eternal realms demanded meticulous preparation and anointing with fragrant substances. The Ebers Papyrus, a medical text dating back to around 1500 BCE, outlines recipes for perfumes and ointments, emphasizing their therapeutic and ritualistic roles. Myrrh, frankincense, and kai-fi, a complex incense blend, featured prominently in religious ceremonies and funerary practices. Tombs, filled with perfumed oils and unguents, served as fragrant vessels accompanying the departed on their voyage to the beyond. Vedic aromatherapy, fragrance in ancient India. In ancient India, the aromatic tradition found resonance in the sacred texts of the Vedas. Ayurveda, the ancient Indian system of medicine, detailed the use of aromatic substances for both physical and spiritual well-being. Fragrant offerings were an integral part of Vedic rituals, symbolizing the essence of the divine. The Rig Veda, one of the oldest sacred texts, extols the virtues of soma, a plant believed to possess divine properties. Aromatic herbs like sandalwood, myrrh, and agarwood were used in yajnas, fire rituals, to appease deities and ensure cosmic balance. Fragrance, in this context, became a conduit for transcending the material world and communing with the divine forces. Chinese incense culture. Elevating the spirit. In ancient China, incense played a pivotal role in spiritual and philosophical practices. The use of incense became intertwined with Taoist and Buddhist rituals, providing a means to purify the mind and elevate the spirit. The art of appreciating incense, known as kodo, became a refined practice, embodying the harmony between nature and the human spirit. Aromatic materials like agarwood, sandalwood, and spices were carefully selected for their symbolic and therapeutic qualities. The fragrant tendrils of incense smoke became a visual representation of prayers ascending to the heavens. The delicate art of incense appreciation transcended religious boundaries, influencing various facets of Chinese culture, including poetry, art, and philosophy. Greek ambrosia. Fragrance fit for the gods. In ancient Greece, the allure of fragrance permeated the realms of both mortals and immortals. The Greeks believed in the divine origins of perfumery, associating fragrances with the ambrosia consumed by the gods on Mount Olympus. Perfumes were not merely cosmetic. They were offerings to the divine, expressions of beauty, and tools for invoking the favor of gods and goddesses. Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, was often anointed with fragrant oils, and temples dedicated to her exuded the intoxicating aroma of incense. The Greeks' appreciation for perfumery extended to daily life, where scented oils were used in bathing rituals, anointing ceremonies, and social gatherings. Roman extravagance, a perfumed empire. The Romans, inheritors of Greek traditions, embraced perfumery with a fervor that bordered on extravagance. Aromatic indulgence became a symbol of social status and refinement. The grandeur of Roman baths was enhanced by the wafting scents of perfumed oils, creating an olfactory landscape of luxury and opulence. Perfume became an integral part of Roman life, with individuals anointing themselves with fragrant oils and applying scented powders. The Romans also adopted the use of incense in religious ceremonies, drawing inspiration from the practices of the East. Lavish banquets were infused with the aroma of exotic spices and fragrant wines, solidifying the cultural and hedonistic association with perfumery. Arab alchemy, preservers of fragrant knowledge. The Arab world, during the Islamic Golden Age, became a beacon for the preservation and advancement of perfumery knowledge. Arab scholars delved into the alchemical arts, refining the techniques of distillation and extraction. The renowned Book of Healing by Avicenna, a Persian polymath, explored the therapeutic and aromatic properties of plants. Arab perfumers played a crucial role in distilling essential oils from flowers, herbs, and resins. The intricate blends they created found applications in both perfumery and medicinal practices. The fragrant legacy of Arab alchemy laid the groundwork for the emergence of distillation techniques that would shape the future of perfumery. Medieval alchemy, aromatic elixirs and potions. In medieval Europe, alchemists continued the alchemical traditions of the Arabs, intertwining the quest for transmutation with the art of perfumery. Alchemical manuscripts contained intricate recipes for creating aromatic elixirs and potions believed to possess mystical properties. Monastic gardens cultivated aromatic herbs, and alchemists distilled essential oils for both spiritual and medicinal purposes. The aromatic treasures of the East, brought back by crusaders, further fueled the alchemical pursuits of the medieval European courts. Perfumery, with its alchemical roots, became a mysterious and revered art. Renaissance fragrance, a symphony of alchemy and artistry. The Renaissance witnessed a revival of classical knowledge and a flourishing of artistic and scientific inquiry. Perfumery, with its alchemical underpinnings, became a convergence of artistry and science. In Renaissance Italy, the Medici court in Florence became a center of perfumery, where the likes of Caterina Sforza crafted intricate blends for the nobility. Perfumers became alchemists of scent, experimenting with exotic botanicals, spices, and resins. Renaissance perfumery transcended the utilitarian and became a form of artistic expression. The meticulous craftsmanship involved in creating fragrances reflected the broader Renaissance ideals of humanism, creativity. The intertwining of fragrance with human history is a captivating tale, where the aromatic threads of scents have woven through the tapestry of cultures, traditions, and moments that define our shared narrative. From the ancient rituals of Mesopotamia to the perfumed courts of Renaissance Europe, fragrance has been a silent yet potent influencer, shaping our experiences, expressions, and perceptions throughout the ages. Aromatic echoes in ancient civilizations, Mesopotamia, Egypt, and beyond. The origins of fragrance are deeply rooted in the cradle of civilization. In Mesopotamia, the Sumerians engaged in the cultivation of aromatic plants and the crafting of fragrant concoctions for religious ceremonies. The sweet smoke of incense permeated the air, serving as a conduit between the earthly and divine realms. Egyptian civilization, with its grandeur and mysticism, elevated perfumery to an art form. Fragrances were not merely cosmetic. They were offerings to deities and tools for navigating the afterlife. The tombs of pharaohs, filled with perfumed oils, reflected the belief in the transformative power of scent in the journey to eternity. Beyond these ancient cradles, India, China, and the Mediterranean cultures embraced fragrance in spiritual practices, medicinal applications, and daily life. The aromas of sandalwood, myrrh, and incense became cultural signatures, infusing traditions with olfactory significance. Perfume and power. The opulence of ancient empires. Fragrance became synonymous with power and opulence in ancient empires. The Greeks and Romans, influenced by Eastern aromatic traditions, indulged in elaborate perfumed baths and anointing ceremonies. Emperors and elite members of society adorned themselves with fragrant oils as symbols of status. The legendary Queen Cleopatra, known for her mastery of perfumery, utilized fragrance to enhance her allure and influence. The opulence of Roman banquets was heightened by the scent of exotic perfumes, creating an olfactory atmosphere of luxury and extravagance. 3. Medieval alchemy and Renaissance elegance. In the perfumed courts, during the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, fragrance took on new dimensions in the courts of Europe. Alchemists crafted aromatic elixirs and potions, blending mysticism with the art of perfumery. Monastic gardens cultivated herbs for distillation, and fragrances became essential in religious rites. The Renaissance saw the emergence of perfumers as artists, creating bespoke blends for royalty and nobility. The Medici court in Florence became a hub of perfumery, where fragrances were not only personal adornments but also expressions of wealth and sophistication. The delicate artistry of perfumery mirrored the cultural and artistic flourishing of the Renaissance period. 4. Scented trade routes are the spice and fragrance routes. The allure of fragrances and spices fueled the exploration and expansion of trade routes. The Silk Road and the spice routes connected East and West, facilitating the exchange of aromatic treasures. Exotic scents like cinnamon, cloves, and cardamom became prized commodities, shaping global economies and cultural cross-pollination. Fragrance became a form of currency, with traders navigating perilous journeys to bring back the rarest and most precious aromatics. The aromatic spices not only flavored cuisines but also found their way into perfumes, creating olfactory symphonies that transcended geographical boundaries. 5. Aromatic elegance in the Age of Enlightenment. The Age of Enlightenment witnessed a shift in the perception of fragrance. Perfumery evolved from a luxury of the elite to a commodity accessible to a broader audience. The emergence of iconic fragrance houses, such as Guerlain and Houbigant, marked the democratization of perfumery. In this era, fragrance became a means of self-expression, and signature scents gained popularity. Perfumers harnessed the advances in chemistry to create novel aroma compounds, expanding the olfactory palette. The Industrial Revolution further streamlined production, making perfumery an integral part of daily life for people from all walks of society. 6. The cultural significance of signature scents. 20th century and beyond. The 20th century witnessed a proliferation of iconic fragrances that became emblematic of cultural movements, personalities, and eras. Chanel No. 5, with its revolutionary blend of aldehydes and florals, symbolized the modern, independent woman. The association of fragrances with celebrities, such as Marilyn Monroe's declaration that she wore only a few drops of Chanel No. 5 to bed, further cemented the link between scent and identity. Fragrances became markers of cultural shifts and societal trends. The counterculture movements of the 1960s embraced natural and earthy scents, reflecting a rejection of conventional norms. The 1980s, with its bold and extravagant ethos, saw the rise of powerful, assertive fragrances that mirrored the era's penchant for excess. 7. The olfactory landscape of globalization. In the era of globalization, fragrance has become a cultural bridge, connecting diverse traditions and influences. The popularity of oud, a resin derived from agarwood, reflects the growing interest in Middle Eastern perfumery. Japanese minimalist aesthetics have inspired clean and understated scents, illustrating the cross-cultural dialogue within the world of perfumery. Globalization has also led to the appreciation of niche and artisanal fragrances, celebrating individuality and uniqueness. Perfumers draw inspiration from diverse sources, creating scents that defy traditional classifications and resonate with a global audience. 8. Fragrance as a cultural identity. Rituals, celebrations, and traditions. Fragrance plays a pivotal role in cultural rituals, celebrations, and traditions. From the incense-laden ceremonies in temples to the aromatic rituals of traditional Chinese medicine, scents become vessels for cultural identity and spiritual expression. In India, the use of fragrant flowers in religious ceremonies and the tradition of attar making showcase the deep integration of fragrance into cultural practices. Celebratory occasions often involve the use of perfumes to mark milestones and rites of passage. Wedding ceremonies, in particular, are often infused with fragrances, from scented oils anointing the bride and groom to the exchange of fragrant flower garlands. 9. The olfactory influence in art and literature. Fragrance has inspired artists and writers throughout history, becoming a muse for creative expression. Perfumers collaborate with artists to create limited edition fragrances that evoke visual and sensory landscapes. Literary works, from Proust's exploration of involuntary memory triggered by scent to the symbolic use of fragrance in contemporary novels, showcase the profound impact of scent on the human psyche. Artistic movements, such as the Surrealists' fascination with the irrational and dreamlike qualities of fragrance, highlight the capacity of scent to transcend the boundaries of the tangible and evoke complex emotions and memories. 10. The future of fragrance. Sustainability and personalization. As we step into the future, Fragrance continues to evolve in response to changing values and perspectives. Sustainability has become a driving force, with consumers seeking eco-friendly and ethical fragrances. Perfumers explore innovative methods of sourcing and extraction, embracing natural ingredients and sustainable practices. Personalization is another frontier. With the rise of bespoke and customizable fragrances, consumers are increasingly drawn to scents. Chapter 2: A Fragrant Tapestry. Perfumery across perfumery, a timeless art form, has traversed the globe, leaving an indelible imprint on diverse cultures and societies. The journey of fragrance unfolds like a fragrant odyssey, with each region contributing its unique olfactory symphony to the global tapestry. From the ancient customs of the East to the modern innovations of the West, perfumery has become a universal language, transcending boundaries and becoming an integral part of customs, rituals, and olfactory traditions. 1. The Orient. A symphony of spiritual elegance. The East, with its rich tapestry of cultures and spiritual traditions, has been a cradle of perfumery since ancient times. In India, the art of perfumery is deeply entwined with spiritual practices and Ayurvedic traditions. Aromatic substances like sandalwood, jasmine, and vetiver are not only ingredients in perfumes but also integral to rituals, meditations, and religious ceremonies. The Japanese appreciation for incense, known as kodo, elevates fragrance to an art form. Incense ceremonies are profound experiences where participants immerse themselves in the delicate aromas, cultivating mindfulness and spiritual connection. The use of incense in Buddhist temples further illustrates the integration of fragrance into Eastern spiritual practices. Arabian perfumery, rooted in ancient alchemy, is a treasure trove of rich and complex fragrances. Oud, derived from agarwood, is a symbol of luxury and tradition. The Middle East's perfume traditions extend beyond personal adornment. They are expressions of cultural identity and hospitality. The traditional wearing of perfumes like attar reflects an intimate connection to the region's natural resources. 2. Mediterranean elegance. Aromatic whispers of ancient Europe. In the Mediterranean, where history and mythology converge, fragrances have played a central role in cultural practices. Ancient Greeks used perfumes in religious rituals, considering scent a bridge between mortals and deities. Aromas of myrrh, frankincense, and floral blends wafted through ancient Greek temples, creating an olfactory atmosphere steeped in reverence. The Renaissance in Europe marked a resurgence of perfumery, with the courts of France and Italy becoming epicenters of olfactory artistry. The use of fragrances became a symbol of aristocracy, and iconic perfume houses like Chanel No. 5 and Guerlain emerged, shaping the olfactory landscape of the Western world. 3. Africa. Aromatic rhythms of nature and tradition. Across the vast and diverse landscapes of Africa, fragrances have been woven into the fabric of tradition and nature. Indigenous practices often involve the use of natural ingredients like resins, box, and herbs. Aromatic smoke and oils are employed in rituals, celebrations, and everyday life. Traditional African perfumery, less commercialized but deeply rooted, reflects a harmony with nature. The scents of indigenous plants and resins are used in ceremonies that mark life events, from birth to rites of passage. The fragrance of incense and natural oils accompanies dances, storytelling, and communal gatherings, creating an olfactory symphony that resonates with the heartbeat of the continent. 4. The Americas. Nature's bouquet in indigenous traditions. Indigenous cultures in the Americas have rich history of using fragrant materials in rituals and ceremonies, creating a spiritual connection with the natural world. Native American smudging ceremonies, where sage or sweetgrass is burned, serve to purify and cleanse both individuals and spaces. The aromatic smoke is believed to carry prayers to the Great Spirit. In Central and South America, ancient civilizations like the Aztecs and the Incas revered aromatic plants for their spiritual and medicinal properties. Copal, a tree resin, played a significant role in Mesoamerican rituals. Fragrance in the Americas represents a communion with the environment, with scents of earth, wood, and flowers woven into the tapestry of indigenous traditions. 5. Modern globalization. Fusion of fragrances and cultures. The modern era is characterized by the globalization of perfumery, where diverse cultural influences merge, creating a melting pot of scents. Perfumers draw inspiration from global sources, experimenting with ingredients that span continents. The fusion of Eastern mystique, Western innovation, and a celebration of cultural diversity has resulted in fragrances that defy categorization and resonate with a global audience. Niche perfumery, with its emphasis on craftsmanship and unique olfactory signatures, exemplifies this global fusion. Artisanal perfumers explore unconventional combinations, paying homage to traditional ingredients while pushing the boundaries of creativity. The result is a spectrum of scents that transcend geographical boundaries, telling stories that resonate with individuals worldwide. 6. Fragrance in rituals and customs. A universal olfactory language. Fragrance, as a universal language, has been woven into the rituals and customs of diverse cultures. Across continents, the use of incense, aromatic oils, and perfumes signifies sacred moments, transitions, and spiritual connections. The symbolism of fragrance in religious practices is a testament to its power to evoke emotions, transcend the mundane, civilizations. Embarking on a fragrant journey through the annals of history, we explore the aromatic pathways of ancient Mesopotamia, the incense-laden trails of India, the perfumed gardens of Islamic civilizations, and the olfactory artistry that blossomed during the European Renaissance. These epochs, each marked by distinct aromatic traditions, unveil the profound significance of fragrance in shaping cultures, rituals, and the human experience. 1. Mesopotamian aromas. Incense in the cradle of civilization. Mesopotamia, often referred to as the cradle of civilization, was a land where aromatic rituals permeated the religious and ceremonial spheres. The ancient Sumerians, Babylonians, and Assyrians engaged in elaborate rites where incense played a central role. The sweet tendrils of smoke rising from censers filled sacred spaces, acting as a tangible bridge between the earthly and divine realms. In the heart of Mesopotamia, the city of Nippur stands as an archaeological testament to the significance of fragrance. Cuneiform tablets discovered in Nippur reveal detailed instructions for crafting incense offerings dedicated to deities. Ingredients like cedarwood, myrrh, and juniper were meticulously combined to create fragrant blends believed to invoke the favor of gods and goddesses. These aromatic rituals were not mere expressions of devotion. They were also a means to purify and sanctify spaces for sacred rites. Mesopotamian cultures believed that the scented smoke of incense had the power to ward off malevolent forces and pave the way for divine communication. 2. Incense trails of India. Fragrance as spiritual alchemy. In the diverse tapestry of India, fragrance has been intricately woven into the spiritual and cultural fabric. The ancient Indian practice of using incense, known as agarbatti or dupa, extends back millennia. Incense trails form aromatic pathways leading to temples, shrines, and sacred spaces, creating an atmosphere that transcends the material world. The Vedas, ancient Indian scriptures, make profound references to aromatic substances. Sandalwood, myrrh, and various herbs were not only revered for their fragrance, but also for their spiritual significance. In Vedic rituals, incense played a crucial role, symbolizing the ethereal essence of the divine. Ayurveda, the ancient Indian system of medicine, recognized the therapeutic properties of fragrant substances. Aromatic materials were not only used in religious ceremonies, but also in medicinal formulations, reflecting a holistic understanding of the connection between scent, well-being, and spirituality. 3. Islamic perfumed gardens. Aromatic oases of tranquility. Islamic civilizations, with their grandeur and sophistication, transformed the concept of perfumery into an art form. Perfumed gardens, known as Jannat-al-Adn or paradise gardens, were cultivated with fragrant plants and flowers, creating havens of olfactory delight. These gardens were not only expressions of aesthetic beauty, but also spaces for contemplation and spiritual reflection. Islamic perfumers mastered the art of distillation, extracting essential oils from flowers, woods, and resins. These precious oils, known as ittar or attar, were highly sought after for their pure and exquisite aromas. The renowned Persian polymath Avicenna, in his seminal work The Book of Healing, explored the aromatic and therapeutic properties of plants, contributing to the knowledge base of perfumery. Perfumes became integral to Islamic daily life, symbolizing cleanliness and spiritual purity. The act of applying perfume, known as tib, became a ritual of self-care and an expression of refinement. Scented materials like agarwood, rose, and musk held cultural significance and were often exchanged as gifts. 4. Renaissance fragrance artistry. A flourishing olfactory renaissance. The European Renaissance, a period of intellectual and artistic revival, witnessed the flourishing of fragrance artistry. Perfumery in Renaissance Italy, particularly in the city of Florence, became a convergence of science, art, and luxury. The Medici court, known for its patronage of the arts, played a pivotal role in the development of perfumery as a refined craft. Perfumers in Renaissance Italy crafted intricate blends, drawing inspiration from botanicals, spices, and exotic materials. Caterina Sforza, an Italian noblewoman, was renowned for her expertise in perfumery and created bespoke fragrances for the Medici family. The appreciation for fragrance extended beyond personal adornment. It became a form of artistic expression. In Grasse, France, considered the perfume capital of the world, the cultivation of aromatic flowers, particularly jasmine and roses, became a flourishing industry. The extraction of essential oils through methods like enfleurage and distillation allowed perfumers to create complex and enduring scents. During the Renaissance, the pursuit of knowledge and the blending of art and science contributed to advancements in perfumery. The emergence of iconic fragrances and the establishment of perfumery as a distinct industry marked a pivotal moment in the evolution of olfactory artistry. In conclusion, aromatic legacies across continents. The aromatic pathways of ancient Mesopotamia, the incense trails of India, the perfumed gardens of Islamic civilizations, and the fragrance artistry of the European Renaissance collectively weave a tapestry of olfactory legacies. These diverse traditions reflect the profound role of fragrance in spiritual, cultural, and artistic spheres across continents and epochs. From the sacred smoke of Mesopotamian incense to the therapeutic aromas of Ayurvedic herbs, fragrance in ancient times served as a bridge between the earthly and the divine. Islamic perfumery elevated scent to an art form, creating aromatic oases of tranquility in perfumed gardens. The European Renaissance, with its synthesis of art and science, ushered in a new era of fragrance sophistication, laying the foundation for the modern perfume industry. As we traverse these aromatic pathways, we glimpse the universal allure of fragrance, an ancient language that transcends time, connecting us to the rituals, cultures, and artistic expressions of our fragrant past. Chapter 3. The Alchemy of Aromatics. The alchemical evolution of perfumery is a captivating journey that unfolds through the corridors of time, from the mystical laboratories of early alchemists to the cutting-edge laboratories of modern fragrance chemists. This transformative odyssey traces the intricate processes of distillation, the discovery of essential oils, and the alchemical secrets that have shaped the fragrant landscape we know today. 1. Alchemy's aromatic beginnings. Distillation as a spiritual quest. The roots of perfumery are entwined with the esoteric practices of alchemy, where the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment and the transformation of base materials into gold were intertwined with the extraction of aromatic essences. Alchemists, such as the famed Persian polymath Avicenna, laid the groundwork for distillation techniques, a process that would become a cornerstone of perfumery. Distillation, a process that involves heating a substance to extract its volatile components and then condensing the vapor back into a liquid, was initially developed for alchemical purposes. The alchemists believed that through the distillation of plants and herbs, they could capture the soul or spirit of the material, a notion that resonates with the essence extraction in modern perfumery. 2. The Renaissance alchemy of scent. From aludels to perfumed gloves, the European Renaissance witnessed a revival of alchemical pursuits, and the distillation of aromatic substances took center stage. Aludels, specially designed distillation apparatuses, became the alchemist's tools for extracting essential oils from botanicals. The pursuit of the quintessence, the pure and concentrated essence of a substance, was a goal shared by both alchemists and perfumers. During this era, The refinement of personal fragrances became fashionable among the European elite. Gloves perfumed with essential oils, a trend initiated by the Italian Renaissance courts, epitomized the intersection of alchemical artistry and perfumery. The aromatic alchemy of the Renaissance laid the groundwork for the emergence of dedicated perfumers and the establishment of perfume houses in subsequent centuries. 3. The birth of modern perfumery. Synthetic alchemy. The 19th century marked a significant turning point in the evolution of perfumery, with the advent of synthetic chemistry. The isolation of aromatic compounds from natural sources had been the norm, but the synthesis of molecules in laboratories opened new horizons for perfumers. The alchemical quest for the perfect scent transitioned into a scientific endeavor, blending artistry with chemistry. Auguste de Chiris, a pioneer in the field, synthesized the first commercially successful synthetic fragrance, coumarin, in 1868. This marked the beginning of a paradigm shift in perfumery, allowing for the creation of scents that were not limited by the constraints of natural ingredients. Alchemy, once a mystical pursuit, now found resonance in the precision and reproducibility of laboratory synthesis. 4. The Golden Age of Perfumery. Synthesis and innovation. The early 20th century ushered in the golden age of perfumery, marked by the flourishing creativity of perfumers and the integration of synthetic molecules. Perfume houses like Guerlain, Chanel, and Caron embraced the alchemical potential of synthetic ingredients, combining them with natural essences to craft iconic fragrances. Aldehydes, a class of synthetic compounds, played a pivotal role in this era. Chanel No. 5, introduced in 1921, featured aldehydes as a key component, revolutionizing the olfactory landscape. The alchemy of perfumery now embraced a broader palette, with perfumers orchestrating complex symphonies of natural and synthetic notes. 5. Olfactory alchemy in the modern era. Biotechnology and beyond. As technology advanced, so did the alchemy of perfumery. Biotechnological methods, such as enzyme engineering and fermentation, have been employed to produce fragrance ingredients in a sustainable and controlled manner. The quest for novel scents and the replication of rare natural essences continue to drive the alchemical innovations of the modern era. The use of headspace technology, developed in the late 20th century, allowed perfumers to capture the aroma of living plants without disturbing them. This non-invasive method expanded the aromatic palette, enabling perfumers to recreate the scents of flowers, fruits, and even environments in their laboratories. 6. The alchemy of niche perfumery. Artisanal explorations. Niche perfumery, a movement that gained momentum in the late 20th century, represents a return to the artisanal and the alchemical. Independent perfumers and houses, free from commercial constraints, explore unconventional and avant-garde fragrances. The emphasis is on craftsmanship, individuality, and the alchemical magic of creating singular scents. Alchemy, in the context of niche perfumery, goes beyond the laboratory to encompass the narrative and inspiration behind a fragrance. Perfumers like Serge Lutens and Mandy Aftel infuse their creations with personal stories and unconventional ingredients, transforming the act of perfume creation into a form of artistic expression. 7. Sustainable alchemy, a fragrant future. In the 21st century, the alchemy of perfumery faces a new challenge: sustainability. The industry is embracing eco-friendly practices, ethical sourcing, and a commitment to biodiversity conservation. Perfumers are exploring natural alternatives, upcycling waste materials, and championing ethical partnerships with local communities. The alchemical evolution of perfumery, from the distillation techniques of early alchemists to the modern innovations in fragrance chemistry, is a testament to the enduring allure and adaptability of this olfactory art. The synthesis of artistry, science, and sustainability continues to shape the fragrant landscape, promising a future where the alchemy of perfumery evolves in harmony with the ever-changing world. Embarking on a fragrant odyssey, the secrets of extraction, maceration, and distillation unfold, revealing the alchemical processes that transform raw botanicals into precious aromatic essences. This olfactory journey encompasses the artistry, science, and tradition that have shaped the perfume industry and captured the essence of nature in a bottle. 1. The ephemeral beauty of raw botanicals. Aromatic treasures in nature. The journey begins amidst the lush landscapes where botanical treasures await discovery. Flowers, leaves, fruits, box, and roots, each harboring a unique symphony of volatile compounds that will be coaxed into revealing their olfactory secrets. The selection of raw materials is an art form, a harmonious dance between perfumers and the natural world. In the sunlit fields of Grasse, France, jasmine blossoms release their heady aroma, while in the Himalayan foothills, the earthy vetiver roots whisper tales of the soil. The secrets of extraction begin with the careful cultivation and harvesting of these botanical gems, each possessing a nuanced olfactory profile waiting to be unlocked. 2. Maceration. A patient embrace of time and solvents. Maceration, an ancient technique, involves immersing raw botanicals in a solvent, typically a neutral carrier oil or alcohol, to extract their aromatic constituents. This method allows for a slower, more nuanced extraction, as the volatile compounds gently surrender to the solvent over time. Patience becomes a perfumer's virtue as the maceration process unfolds. In the sunlit studios of artisanal perfumers, jars filled with blossoms and oils stand in silent matrimony, capturing the essence of a fleeting moment. The art of maceration is an intimate affair, a delicate dance between botanicals and solvents, an alchemical union that extracts not just scents, but also the spirit of the raw materials. 3. Steam distillation. The alchemy of vapor and condensation. As the sun sets on the maceration process, another alchemical chapter begins, the transformative dance of steam distillation. This age-old technique involves the application of heat to release aromatic vapors from the raw materials. These vapors, laden with the soul of the botanicals, travel through a labyrinthine system of tubes and coils, eventually condensing into fragrant liquid. In the distillery chambers, copper stills stand as silent alchemists, orchestrating the delicate separation of volatile oils from water. Rose petals, jasmine flowers, or citrus peels, the choice of botanicals dictates the symphony of scents that will emerge. Steam, the ethereal bridge between solid and liquid, carries with it the alchemical essence of the botanicals, birthing precious essential oils. 4. Enfleurage, the gentle embrace of solid and liquid. An ancient and rare technique, enfleurage involves capturing fragrances through a gentle embrace between solid fats and delicate blossoms. Petals or flowers are placed on a layer of odorless fat, often purifying animal fat or modern equivalents like coconut oil. Over time, the fat absorbs the aromatic molecules, creating a fragrant pomade. This method is particularly suited to delicate flowers like jasmine and tuberose, whose volatile compounds may be damaged by the heat of distillation. In the dim-lit ateliers of artisan perfumers, glass plates covered in fat cradle the ephemeral beauty of blooms, silently coaxing their fragrant secrets into the waiting embrace of the enfleurage process. 5. Cold press extraction. Capturing citrus sunshine. Citrus fruits, with their zest and vitality, demand a different approach to extraction. Cold press extraction, also known as expression or mechanical extraction, involves mechanically pressing the oils from the outer peel of citrus fruits. This method retains the bright, volatile aromas without subjecting them to heat-induced degradation. In the sunny orchards of Mediterranean groves, citrus fruits yield their essence to the skilled hands of extractors. The peel is carefully removed, and the aromatic oils are liberated through mechanical pressure. The result is a burst of sunshine captured in a bottle, the vibrant, zesty notes that characterize citrus-based perfumes. 6. Carbon dioxide extraction. A modern alchemical frontier. In the contemporary landscape of perfumery, carbon dioxide extraction stands as a modern alchemical frontier. This method utilizes supercritical carbon dioxide to extract aromatic compounds at lower temperatures, preserving the delicate nuances of the botanicals. It has become a preferred technique for extracting volatile molecules from delicate flowers and herbs. In the pristine laboratories of cutting-edge perfumery, Code 2 extraction machines hum softly, ensuring a meticulous and controlled process. Rose petals, jasmine blooms, or exotic spices are subjected to the transformative power of supercritical carbon dioxide, resulting in highly concentrated and aromatic extracts that form the backbone of modern perfumery. 7. Tinctures and infusions. A culinary alchemy. Tinctures and infusions, reminiscent of culinary alchemy, involve steeping botanicals in alcohol or oil to extract their aromatic compounds. This method, akin to the preparation of herbal infusions in kitchens, allows for a versatile and customizable approach to fragrance creation. Perfumers craft unique tinctures by macerating spices, herbs, or resins in alcohol, creating bespoke aromatic extracts. In the creative workshops of artisanal perfumers, shelves lined with bottles filled with exotic botanicals in various stages of infusion reveal the playful experimentation that defines this method. Tinctures and infusions add layers of complexity to fragrances, allowing perfumers to weave olfactory tales with a diverse palette of aromatic ingredients. 8. The perfumer's palette. Blending the alchemical symphony. As the extracted essences gather in the perfumer's palette, the true artistry of fragrance creation comes to life. Perfumers, armed with a myriad of aromatic treasures, blend, layer, and compose fragrances that transcend the sum of their parts. The alchemical journey, from raw botanicals to precious essences, culminates in the harmonious symphony of a well-crafted perfume. In the ateliers of renowned perfume houses, master perfumers use their olfactory intuition to balance the top, heart, and base notes, ensuring a fragrance unfolds in a captivating progression. The alchemy of blending is a deeply personal and intuitive process, where the perfumer's vision, experience, and creativity converge to create a fragrant masterpiece. In conclusion, A Fragrant Alchemy Unveiled, the secrets of extraction, maceration, and distillation unveil the fragrant alchemy that transforms raw botanicals into precious aromatic essences. From the patient maceration of delicate blossoms to the transformative dance of steam distillation, each technique is a testament to the intimate connection between nature and perfume. This olfactory odyssey, a journey through the alchemical processes that birth fragrances, encapsulates the artistry, tradition, and science that define the timeless allure of perfumery. The perfumer's craft is a mystical alchemy, an intricate dance between nature and artifice that unveils the lavish history of scent, a symphony of botanical treasures and scientific ingenuity. In this olfactory odyssey, we delve into the alchemical marriage that defines perfumery, tracing the evolution from ancient botanical rituals to the modern laboratory, where fragrances emerge as ethereal elixirs of art and science. 1. Ancient alchemy. Nature's secrets unveiled, the roots of perfumery are entwined with the ancient art of alchemy, where the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment and the transmutation of base materials into precious substances merged with the extraction of aromatic essences. In ancient civilizations, from Mesopotamia to Egypt, botanical rituals and incense ceremonies formed the basis of olfactory traditions. Alchemists, often revered as spiritual guides, explored the secrets of nature, seeking to distill the essence of flowers, resins, and spices. These early aromatic experiments laid the foundation for the perfumer's craft, as alchemists discovered the transformative power of scent in elevating consciousness and connecting with the divine. 2. The Renaissance alchemy of scent. A fragrant resurgence. The Renaissance witnessed a resurgence of alchemical pursuits, and the art of perfumery flourished in the courts of Europe. Perfumers became alchemists of the senses, blending botanical extracts with newfound knowledge from the burgeoning fields of chemistry and medicine. The Medici family, renowned patrons of the arts, played a pivotal role in the alchemical renaissance of scent. Alchemy, both spiritual and scientific, converged in the perfumer's workshop. Distillation techniques were refined, allowing for the extraction of essential oils that captured the true essence of botanicals. Lavender, rose, and citrus became the alchemical ingredients of courtly perfumes, transforming the Renaissance into a fragrant epoch where nature and artifice intertwined. 3. The essence of enlightenment. Aromatic alchemy in the 18th century. As the Age of Enlightenment unfolded, scientific rigor joined the alchemical dance of perfumery. The establishment of Grasse, France, as the perfume capital of the world marked a pivotal moment. Perfumers embraced a systematic approach to scent creation, combining botanical knowledge with advancements in chemistry. The extraction methods evolved, with enfleurage and cold maceration gaining prominence alongside traditional distillation. The alchemical marriage of nature and artifice reached new heights as perfumers, armed with scientific understanding, crafted fragrances that captured the nuances of flowers, fruits, and spices. 4. The Industrial Revolution. Mass production and synthetic alchemy. The Industrial Revolution brought mechanization to perfumery, heralding an era of mass production. Synthetic chemistry emerged as a powerful force, enabling perfumers to create scents not limited by the availability of natural ingredients. The alchemical marriage extended beyond botanicals to the realm of synthetic molecules, sparking a revolution in fragrance creation. Coumarin, synthesized in 1868, marked the beginning of this synthetic alchemy. Perfumers now had an expanded palette of aromatic notes, allowing for the creation of entirely novel fragrances. The artifice of synthetic molecules danced with the essences of nature, forging a fragrant alchemy that transcended the limitations of the natural world. 5. Art and avant-garde. 20th century perfumery as alchemical expression. The 20th century witnessed perfumery transforming into a form of artistic expression. Iconic fragrances like Chanel No. 5, with its aldehydic bouquet, epitomized the avant-garde alchemy of the time. Perfumers, now considered artists, blended natural and synthetic elements to compose olfactory masterpieces that reflected the spirit of the era. The alchemical marriage of nature and artifice became a canvas for innovation and boundary-pushing creativity. Perfumers like Jean-Claude Delaunay and Serge Lutens embraced unconventional materials and minimalist compositions, redefining the landscape of scent as a true alchemical art form. 6. Niche perfumery. Crafting singular alchemical narratives. In the late 20th century, niche perfumery emerged as a rebellion against mass-produced scents. Independent perfumers, liberated from commercial constraints, embarked on a quest to create singular and evocative fragrances. The alchemical marriage, in this context, became an intimate dialogue between the perfumer, nature, and the wearer. Niche perfumers embraced rare and exotic botanicals alongside innovative synthetics. The alchemical narrative shifted from universal appeal to personal resonance, with each fragrance telling a unique story. The marriage of nature and artifice in niche perfumery became a poetic expression, transcending the boundaries of mainstream trends. 7. Sustainable alchemy. Nature and ethics in perfumery. As the 21st century unfolded, a new chapter in the alchemical history of perfumery emerged, one of sustainability and ethical practices. Perfumers, attuned to the environmental impact of their craft, sought ways to harmonize the alchemical marriage with ecological responsibility. Sustainable sourcing, ethical extraction methods, and a commitment to biodiversity conservation became integral to the perfumer's ethos. The alchemical dance now extended beyond the confines of the laboratory to embrace a harmonious coexistence with nature, ensuring that future generations could continue to revel in the aromatic symphony. In conclusion, the eternal alchemy of perfumery, the perfumer's craft, with its alchemical marriage of nature and artifice, has unveiled a lavish history of scent, a symphony that echoes through the ages. From ancient rituals to Renaissance courts, from the Industrial Revolution to the avant-garde expressions of the 20th century, the alchemy of perfumery has evolved, adapted, and persisted. The fragrant elixirs that grace our skin today are the result of an eternal alchemy, a dance that transcends time and borders. Nature, with its botanical treasures, and artifice, with its synthetic wonders, continue to coalesce in the perfumer's laboratory, weaving olfactory tales that resonate with the essence of alchemy, a transformative journey that embraces the spirit of both the natural and the crafted, the ancient and the modern, in every fragrant drop. Chapter 4. Scented Seduction. Perfumery in courtly life. In the opulent tapestry of history, perfume emerges as a powerful symbol of status, adornment, and seduction within the gilded confines of royal courts and aristocratic circles. From the intoxicating fragrances that adorned monarchs to the carefully curated scent rituals of the aristocracy, perfume became a language of luxury, a statement of social standing, and a tool of seduction in the intricate dance of courtly life. 1. The ancient roots of regal aromas. Mesopotamia and Egypt. The ancient world laid the foundation for the regal allure of perfumery. In Mesopotamia and Egypt, rulers understood the potent combination of luxury and aroma. Fragrant resins, spices, and oils were employed in religious ceremonies and as offerings to the gods, establishing a connection between scent and divine favor. In ancient Egypt, the use of perfume transcended the spiritual, becoming a daily adornment for royalty. Pharaohs, including Cleopatra, were known for their meticulous scent rituals. The scents of myrrh, frankincense, and precious oils adorned their bodies, symbolizing not only regality but also a divine connection. 2. The perfumed courts of Persia and Byzantium. The courts of Persia and Byzantium continued the aromatic legacy, elevating perfume to an emblem of power and refinement. Persian rulers, such as the legendary Cyrus the Great, were celebrated for their love of fragrances. Perfumed gardens and elaborate distillation processes flourished, creating scents that permeated the courts. In Byzantium, where opulence knew no bounds, perfume became a symbol of imperial splendor. Emperors and empresses, including Theodora, indulged in extravagant scent ceremonies. The famed Byzantine historian Procopius chronicled the use of musk, myrrh, and rose in the imperial court, where fragrance was an integral part of the aristocratic identity. 3. The fragrant Renaissance. Perfume in the courts of Europe. The Renaissance witnessed a revival of interest in the arts, sciences, and, of course, perfumery. European courts became centers of olfactory indulgence, with monarchs and nobles vying for the most exquisite scents. Perfume became a status symbol, reflecting the wealth, taste, and refinement of the aristocracy. The courts of France, led by figures like Catherine de' Medici and Louis XIV, became synonymous with perfumed extravagance. Catherine's introduction of Italian perfume techniques to the French court marked a turning point. Perfumed gloves, pomades, and scented powders became essential elements of courtly adornment. Louis XIV, the Sun King, famously declared, "Perfume is the soul of the soul," and established Versailles as a fragrant paradise, where even the fountains spouted scented waters. 4. Scented seduction in the courts of Versailles. Versailles, the epitome of extravagance, witnessed the art of scented seduction reaching new heights. Perfume became an integral tool in the game of courtship and seduction. Aristocrats engaged in a scented competition, each vying to create a signature fragrance that would leave a lasting impression. Madame de Pompadour, the influential mistress of Louis XV, was a trendsetter in this fragrant courtly dance. She commissioned her own signature scent, Pompadour's Bouquet, and popularized the use of fragrance as a personal statement. The boudoirs of Versailles were adorned with crystal perfume bottles, reflecting the intoxicating blend of status, luxury, and allure. 5. Perfumed politics in Renaissance Italy. In Renaissance Italy, where the Medici family reigned as patrons of the arts, perfume played a nuanced role in politics and diplomacy. Lorenzo de' Medici, known as Lorenzo the Magnificent, understood the diplomatic power of fragrance. Perfumed gloves and scented missives became tools of intrigue and communication in the delicate dance of Renaissance politics. The Medici courts in Florence and beyond were suffused with the sweet scents of lavender, jasmine, and bergamot. Perfume became a diplomatic gift, a gesture of goodwill, and a subtle expression of influence. The Medici legacy in the world of fragrance reverberated through the centuries, shaping the intricate interplay of power and perfumery. 6. The fragrance of courtly etiquette. England and Spain. In Tudor and Stuart England, perfume became a hallmark of courtly etiquette. Queen Elizabeth I, known for her love of luxury, often bathed in rose water and adorned herself with scented gloves. Perfumed gifts and elaborate scent rituals were woven into the fabric of courtly life, reflecting the Queen's regal sensibilities. In Spain, the Habsburg court followed suit, embracing the olfactory arts with fervor. The Infanta Isabella Clara Eugenia, ruler of the Spanish Netherlands, was celebrated for her lavish use of perfume. The Spanish court, influenced by Moorish traditions, cultivated a sophisticated approach to fragrance, with perfumed fans and scented gloves becoming fashionable accessories. 7. The scented revolution. Marie Antoinette's olfactory extravagance. Marie Antoinette, the last queen of France before the Revolution, left an indelible mark on the history of fragrance. Her love for perfumes and cosmetics became a symbol of extravagance and excess, fueling the flames of discontent. The Queen's private perfumer, Jean-Louis Fargen, created bespoke scents that adorned her elaborate coiffures and delicate attire. The royal court at Versailles became a scented haven, with Marie Antoinette experimenting with innovative fragrances. The Parfum de la Reine became her signature scent, blending floral and oriental notes. The revolutionaries, who would eventually dethrone her, saw her indulgence in perfume as emblematic of the decadence they sought to overthrow. 8. Modern elegance, a perfume in the 20th century courts. The 20th century witnessed a shift in the dynamics of royal courts, but the allure of perfume remained. Queen Elizabeth II of England, known for her timeless elegance, favored scents like White Rose by Floris. Grace Kelly, the American actress turned Princess of Monaco, was associated with the fragrance Fleurs de Rocaille by Karen. In Spain, Queen Letizia embraced contemporary fragrances, blending tradition with modernity. The scents of royalty, once confined to the hallowed halls of palaces, now became accessible to the public, carrying with them the echoes of a regal past. In conclusion, the olfactory legacy of royalty. Perfume, as a symbol of status, adornment, and seduction, wove a fragrant legacy through the annals of royal courts and aristocratic circles. From ancient rituals to the fragrant courts of Versailles, perfume encapsulated the opulence, sophistication, and intrigue of aristocratic life. Each royal signature scent became a chapter in the olfactory history, a testament to the enduring allure of fragrance as a language of luxury and a tool of seduction in the grand theatres of regal life. In the illustrious courts of monarchs and nobles, fragrances have not merely been accessories. They have been pivotal elements of grandeur, status, and even political maneuvering. From the legendary perfumed gloves of Queen Elizabeth I to the sumptuous fragrant favors exchanged in the courts of Versailles, fragrances have permeated the corridors of power, leaving an indelible imprint on the annals of history. 1. The olfactory splendor of Queen Elizabeth I's court. In the Tudor court of Queen Elizabeth I, fragrance was more than a personal indulgence. It was a statement of regal magnificence. Queen Elizabeth I, renowned for her exquisite taste, was known to have a predilection for the aromatic. Among her notable preferences were perfumed gloves, a fashion statement that transcended mere adornment. These gloves were delicately scented with blends of flowers and herbs, serving a dual purpose. Not only did they exude an enchanting aroma, but they also masked the often unpleasant odors of the time. The Queen's love for perfumed gloves became a trend at court, and the nobility soon followed suit, transforming fragrance into a symbol of courtly elegance. 2. Scented diplomacy in the courts of Renaissance Italy. Renaissance Italy, with its intricate web of city-states, witnessed the emergence of fragrance as a tool of diplomacy. Lorenzo de' Medici, a prominent figure in Florence, understood the political power of scent. Perfumed gloves, crafted with intricate floral concoctions, became not only fashionable accessories but also instruments of influence. Lorenzo de' Medici's use of fragrances as diplomatic gifts extended beyond personal adornment. Scented letters and missives were exchanged between rulers, creating a sophisticated olfactory language of diplomacy. Perfume, in this context, was a medium through which alliances were forged, and political intrigue was subtly woven into aromatic gestures. 3. Versailles, a fragrant extravaganza. The court of Versailles, under the reign of Louis XIV, epitomized the fusion of fragrance, luxury, and power. Perfume was not merely an accessory for the French nobility. It was an integral part of courtly life, permeating every facet of Versailles. The Sun King, as Louis XIV was known, was a passionate patron of perfumery. The palace itself was a fragrant haven, with scented fountains, gardens, and even the water in the palace moat infused with fragrant essences. Perfumed gloves, pomades, and powders were not only fashionable but also synonymous with aristocratic identity. The aristocracy engaged in a fragrant competition, each vying to create a signature scent that would distinguish them in the opulent court of Versailles. 4. Scented seduction and intrigue in the courts of Louis XV. The courtly fragrance saga continued with Louis XV, who ruled during the 18th century. Perfume took on a new dimension as it became entwined with courtly seduction and intrigue. The Marquise de Pompadour, the influential mistress of Louis XVI, played a significant role in popularizing the use of fragrances for personal allure. Madame de Pompadour had her own signature scent, Pompadour's Bouquet, created by renowned perfumer Jean-Louis Fargen. Fragrance became a tool of seduction, with the Marquise adorning herself with scents that reflected her exquisite taste. Perfume bottles adorned with intricate craftsmanship and delicate designs became symbols of refinement and sophistication. 5. Marie Antoinette's perfumed extravagance. Marie Antoinette, the last queen of France before the Revolution, took the art of perfumery to new heights of extravagance. Perfume was not merely an accessory for her. It was an essential part of her carefully curated image. Jean-Louis Fargen, the same perfumer who created scents for Madame de Pompadour, was appointed as her personal perfumer. Marie Antoinette indulged in creating her own signature scents and experimenting with innovative fragrances. Her private chambers at Versailles were adorned with crystal perfume bottles, and her extravagant toilette rituals involved a profusion of scents. Perfume, in the court of Marie Antoinette, became a symbol of decadence and contributed to the growing discontent that would eventually lead to the French Revolution. 6. Fragrant tokens of affection. Perfume in courtly romance. Beyond politics and diplomacy, fragrance also played a poignant role in courtly romance. Nobles exchanged fragrant favors as tokens of affection and courtship. These fragrant gifts were not merely expressions of love. They were intricately linked to the art of courtship and the delicate dance of romantic entanglements. Scented love letters, imbued with the fragrance of flowers or perfumed ink, became a romantic tradition. Fragrances were chosen carefully to convey specific emotions, with each essence carrying a symbolic meaning. The exchange of perfumed tokens became a cherished courtly ritual, weaving the language of love into the aromatic fabric of courtly life. 7. The scented revival. Modern elegance in royal courts. In the modern era, fragrance continues to be a staple in the lives of royals and nobles. Queen Elizabeth II of England, known for her timeless elegance, has her own preferences in fragrances. Grace Kelly, the American actress turned Princess of Monaco, had a signature scent, Fleurs de Rocaille by Karen. Perfume, once a symbol of opulence confined to the grand palaces of yore, has become a more accessible element of personal luxury. The legacy of courtly fragrance persists, with contemporary royals embracing both traditional and modern scents, adding a fragrant chapter to the ongoing narrative of regal elegance. In conclusion, the ongoing olfactory legacy. The courts of monarchs and nobles throughout history have been suffused with the enchanting allure of fragrances. From the scented gloves of Queen Elizabeth I to the fragrant favors exchanged in the courts of Versailles, perfume has been an integral part of courtly identity, power, and personal expression. The aromatic legacy of these courts continues to resonate, weaving a fragrant tapestry that transcends time and whispers the tales of courtly splendor and intrigue. In the rich tapestry of human history, the captivating role of scent has been a silent conductor, orchestrating societal customs and defining expressions of luxury. From ancient rituals to modern indulgence, fragrance has transcended its utilitarian origins to become a powerful cultural force, shaping the way societies perceive, communicate, and indulge in luxury. 1. The ancient aromas. Rituals and symbolism. In the ancient world, scent was not merely a pleasant aroma. It was a conduit to the divine. Cultures across Mesopotamia, Egypt, and India recognized the transformative power of fragrance in religious rituals. Incense, myrrh, and other aromatic substances were burnt as offerings, creating a sensory bridge between the earthly and the spiritual realms. The captivating role of scent extended beyond religious contexts to encompass symbolism in daily life. In ancient Egypt, for instance, perfumed oils were not only a luxury but also symbolic of purification and the journey to the afterlife. The application of fragrance became a ritualistic act, intertwining the sensory experience with cultural beliefs and practices. 2. Scented status symbols in ancient China. Ancient China elevated the captivating role of scent to signify social status and refinement. Fragrance was integrated into personal grooming, with the aristocracy indulging in various scented oils and powders. Incense, both for personal use and communal rituals, became a symbol of both luxury and cultural expression. Distinct fragrances became associated with specific dynasties, creating an olfactory language of status and taste. Perfumed sachets and scented accessories became not just personal indulgences, but also emblems of aristocratic identity. The captivating role of scent in ancient China extended beyond the individual, influencing societal norms and expressions of elegance. 3. Islamic perfumery. A fragrant tapestry of culture. The Islamic world embraced perfumery as an art form during its golden age. The captivating role of scent extended to both personal and communal spheres, with intricate blends of attar, fragrant oils, crafted by skilled perfumers. Fragrance played a significant role in Islamic traditions, reflecting a holistic approach to well-being. The concept of scented gardens, such as Baghdad's perfumed gardens, was not just a sensory pleasure, but also an integration of fragrance into the fabric of everyday life. The captivating role of scent in Islamic perfumery showcased a cultural richness that went beyond personal luxury, shaping the communal experience of fragrance. 4. Renaissance resurgence. Fragrance as a cultural statement. The Renaissance era witnessed a resurgence of interest in arts, sciences, and perfumery. Fragrance became a cultural statement in the courts of Europe, particularly in France under figures like Catherine de' Medici. Perfumed gloves, powders, and elaborate scent rituals adorned the nobility, transforming fragrance into a cultural expression of luxury. Beyond personal adornment, fragrance became part of the theatrical displays of opulence in courts like Versailles under Louis XIV. Scented fountains, gardens, and even the moat water infused with fragrances created an olfactory ambience that transcended individual luxury to become a societal expression of grandeur. 5. Ottoman elegance or the communal experience of fragrance. In the Ottoman Empire, the captivating role of scent extended beyond personal luxury to create a communal experience. Perfumers crafted intricate blends, often incorporating exotic ingredients from the vast empire. The use of bakhor, scented wood chips, in homes and palaces exemplified the integration of fragrance into daily life. In the Ottoman court, fragrances were not only worn but also diffused in grand halls and chambers. The captivating role of scent became a communal symphony, shaping the ambience of gatherings and celebrations. Perfume, in this context, was not just an individual luxury but a cultural expression of elegance and refinement. 6. Modern luxury. Scent as an olfactory signature. In the modern era, fragrance has evolved into a personal olfactory signature and a marker of luxury. Perfume houses craft bespoke blends that cater to individual tastes, creating a sensorial identity for the wearer. High-end perfumes, often featuring rare and exotic ingredients, redefine luxury as a deeply personal and intimate experience. Luxury brands strategically use scent to establish distinctive atmospheres in their retail spaces, creating immersive experiences for customers. The captivating role of scent has become a tool for brands to evoke emotional connections, transforming the act of purchasing into a multisensory indulgence. 7. Niche perfumery. Crafting olfactory narratives. The rise of niche perfumery in the 21st century exemplifies the captivating role of scent in luxury. Independent perfumers, free from commercial constraints, create singular olfactory masterpieces. Niche fragrances often incorporate rare and innovative ingredients, pushing the boundaries of olfactory artistry. Niche perfumery goes beyond mass appeal. It is a personal and intimate expression of luxury. The captivating role of scent in niche fragrances lies in their ability to tell unique stories, resonate with individual sensibilities, and redefine luxury as a deeply personal and sensorial experience. 8. Scent and cultural identity. Fragrance has also become a powerful expression of cultural identity. Specific scents evoke memories and emotions tied to particular regions or traditions. The captivating role of scent in cultural expression is evident in the use of traditional perfumes, incense, or aromatic herbs in various ceremonies and celebrations around the world. In many cultures, scent is intricately linked to rituals, rites of passage, and even daily practices, from the use of sandalwood in Indian ceremonies to the burning of sage in Native American rituals. Fragrance becomes a cultural code, carrying with it the essence of traditions and heritage. In conclusion, the ongoing symphony of scent, the captivating role of scent in shaping societal customs and expressions of luxury, is an ongoing symphony, resonating through the ages. Fragrance, with its ability to evoke emotions, memories, and cultural identities, weaves a fragrant narrative that transcends time. From ancient rituals to modern extravagance, the olfactory sense continues to shape the way societies perceive and indulge in luxury, turning every scented note into a chapter in the enduring symphony of human experience. Chapter 5: A Fragrant Global Tapestry. Trade, exploration, and embark on a journey through time and across oceans as we explore the captivating tale of fragrant trade routes and maritime explorations that catalyze the global exchange of aromatic treasures, reshaping the course of perfumery's history. This olfactory odyssey spans continents, linking the East and the West in a fragrant dance that mirrors the intricate threads of silk and spice that adorned the ancient trade routes. 1. Ancient aromas. Birth of trade routes. The roots of fragrant trade routes can be traced back to ancient civilizations, where aromatic treasures were coveted for their mystical, medicinal, and sensory properties. The Silk Road, the ancient network of trade routes connecting the East to the West, became the epicenter of this olfactory exchange. Spices, precious woods, and exotic resins were among the aromatic treasures that traversed the deserts and mountains, binding diverse cultures through scent. 2. The Silk Road. Aromatic caravans and cultural fusion. The Silk Road, stretching from China through Central Asia to the Mediterranean, facilitated the movement of not only silk but also spices, perfumes, and precious woods. The captivating role of scent in this trade network went beyond mere commerce. It became a cultural bridge connecting the aromas of the East with the olfactory preferences of the West. Aromatic caravans laden with treasures like frankincense, myrrh, sandalwood, and spices embarked on arduous journeys, forging connections between civilizations. The fragrant tapestry of the Silk Road reflected a fusion of cultures, where perfumery became a language that transcended linguistic barriers. 3. The Arab spice trade. Scented wines across the seas. As maritime exploration flourished, the Arab spice trade emerged as a maritime extension of the ancient Silk Road. Arab traders, skilled navigators, and connoisseurs of fragrances sailed the seas to bring back exotic spices and aromatic treasures from the Far East. The monsoon winds were their allies, carrying the scents of cloves, cinnamon, and cardamom across the Indian Ocean. The fragrant trade winds not only filled the sails of Arab dhows but also infused the cultures they encountered. Perfumery, with its roots in the ancient East, became an essential part of trade, influencing the olfactory preferences of distant lands. 4. The Age of Exploration. Aromatic discoveries beyond the horizon. The Renaissance marked an era of renewed exploration, with European powers seeking new trade routes to the East. This age of exploration, led by figures like Christopher Columbus and Vasco da Gama, expanded the horizons of perfumery by bringing back aromatic treasures previously unknown in the West. Spices such as nutmeg, pepper, and cloves, along with aromatic woods like sandalwood, were now accessible to European perfumers. The captivating role of scent in these discoveries not only enriched the olfactory palate, but also fueled a surge in the popularity of perfumes infused with these newfound aromatic wonders. 5. The Spice Islands. Fragrant riches of the East Indies. The Spice Islands, nestled in the Indonesian archipelago, became legendary for their fragrant treasures. Nutmeg, cloves, and mace grew abundantly, drawing European powers like the Dutch and the Portuguese. The captivating role of scent in the Spice Islands transformed these remote lands into hotbeds of aromatic wealth. As European traders vied for control over the Spice Islands, the aromatic riches flowed into Western markets, influencing the creation of new perfumes and expanding the repertoire of scents available to consumers. Perfumery, once a privilege of the elite, now embraced a broader audience. 6. Colonial influence. Aromatic plantations and new scents. Colonial powers established aromatic plantations in far-flung corners of the world, introducing fragrant crops to new environments. The captivating role of scent in these plantations transformed landscapes and economies, with regions like the Caribbean, India, and Africa becoming hubs of aromatic cultivation. Vanilla, introduced to Madagascar, and vetiver, cultivated in Haiti, are examples of how colonial influence reshaped perfumery. These once local aromatics became integral to Western perfumery, contributing to iconic fragrances that endure to this day. 7. The global perfume trade. 19th century and beyond. The 19th century witnessed the Industrial Revolution, revolutionizing the production of perfumes. Advances in distillation and extraction techniques, coupled with the expansion of global trade routes, brought an unprecedented variety of aromatic materials to perfumers. Citrus fruits from Italy, jasmine from Grasse, and oud from Southeast Asia became staples in the perfumer's palette. The global perfume trade, fueled by steamships and later air travel, transformed perfumery from a regional craft into a truly international art form. 8. Contemporary aromatic melting pot. In the contemporary perfume landscape, the captivating role of scent continues to be shaped by global trade. Perfumers source ingredients from every corner of the world, creating complex compositions that mirror the interconnectedness of our globalized society. Aromatic treasures like oud from the Middle East, iris from Florence, and ylang ylang from the Comoros Islands converge in the laboratories of perfumers. The olfactory journey, once restricted to ancient trade routes, now spans the entire globe, with each fragrance bottle telling a story of cultural exchange and aromatic fusion. In conclusion, olfactory odyssey across continents. The captivating role of scent in the history of perfumery is inseparable from the epic narratives of trade routes and maritime explorations. From the Silk Road to the Spice Islands, from colonial plantations to the global perfume trade of today, fragrance has been a silent ambassador, connecting cultures and reshaping olfactory landscapes. As we inhale the scents of distant lands, we partake in an olfactory odyssey that transcends time and borders. The aromatic treasures that once traversed deserts, crossed oceans, and navigated the trade winds now reside in our perfume bottles, weaving a fragrant tapestry that reflects the shared history of humanity and the enduring allure of the captivating role of scent. Influence. Embark on a fragrant voyage through time and space as we unravel the captivating tale of how fragrance conquered the spice-scented winds of the Silk Road to the exotic botanical riches of the New World. This olfactory odyssey spans centuries, linking the ancient trade routes of the East with the newfound botanical wonders of the Americas, creating a symphony of scents that transcends continents. 1. Silk Road aromas. The ancient perfumed trade routes. The Silk Road, the ancient network of trade routes connecting the East to the West, laid the foundation for the conquest of fragrance across continents. Caravans laden with aromatic treasures such as spices, resins, and precious woods embarked on arduous journeys, traversing deserts and mountains to weave together the olfactory preferences of diverse cultures. Spices like cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger, along with resins like frankincense and myrrh, became the olfactory ambassadors of the East. The captivating role of scent in the Silk Road not only fueled commerce but also facilitated cultural exchange, shaping the aromatic tapestry of civilizations along the way. 2. The aromatic caravans of the Silk Road. Aromatic caravans, often stretching for miles, carried the scents of the East to the markets of the Mediterranean. The alluring fragrances of the Silk Road were not just commodities. They were tales of distant lands, whispered by the wind and carried by the hooves of camels. The captivating role of scent in these caravans transcended the utilitarian. It became a cultural currency that fueled the imaginations of traders and consumers alike. Perfumes crafted from the spices and resins of the Silk Road became coveted luxuries, symbols of wealth and sophistication. The aromatic treasures exchanged along these ancient routes laid the groundwork for the globalization of fragrance, setting the stage for the conquest of new botanical realms. 3. The Age of Exploration. Scented discoveries beyond horizons. As the age of exploration dawned, European powers set sail in search of new trade routes and exotic riches. Christopher Columbus, Vasco da Gama, and other explorers ventured into uncharted waters, driven by the allure of spices and aromatic treasures that awaited them in the East. The captivating role of scent in these explorations extended beyond the desire for commerce. Perfumers in Europe eagerly anticipated the arrival of new aromatic wonders, envisioning fragrances that would capture the imagination of a continent hungry for olfactory novelties. 4. The Spice Islands. Fragrant riches of the East Indies. The Spice Islands, situated in the Indonesian archipelago, became a focal point in the conquest of fragrance during the Age of Exploration. Nutmeg, cloves, and mace flourished in these remote lands, drawing European powers in a quest for control. The captivating role of scent in the Spice Islands transformed these far-flung regions into hubs of aromatic wealth. European traders vied for dominance over the Spice Islands, and the aromatic riches they brought back to the West influenced the creation of new perfumes. The exotic spices of the East Indies became integral to Western perfumery, adding depth and complexity to fragrances that resonated with the olfactory preferences of a burgeoning European market. 5. Tobacco and vanilla. New World aromas conquer Europe. While the Silk Road had long connected the East to the West, the discovery of the New World introduced Europeans to an entirely new palette of aromatic treasures. Among these were tobacco and vanilla, two botanical wonders that would conquer the olfactory landscapes of Europe. Tobacco, native to the Americas, made its way to Europe in the 16th century, captivating the senses with its unique aroma. The captivating role of scent in tobacco extended beyond its utilitarian use. It became a symbol of luxury, sophistication, and social status. Vanilla, derived from the pods of an orchid native to Mexico, added a sweet and comforting note to the European olfactory repertoire. The conquering of vanilla's aromatic richness mirrored the conquest of new lands, expanding the palette of perfumers and enchanting European consumers. 6. New World botanical riches. Aromatic bounty beyond imagination. As Europeans explored the Americas, they encountered a botanical bounty beyond their wildest imagination. Aromatic treasures such as cocoa, coffee, and various spices enriched the olfactory landscape of both the Old and New Worlds. The captivating role of scent in these botanical discoveries spurred a wave of innovation in perfumery. Cocoa, with its rich and indulgent aroma, found its way into perfumes, adding gourmand nuances to olfactory compositions. Coffee, with its invigorating scent, became a popular note, awakening the senses and inspiring fragrances that captured the essence of a newly caffeinated world. 7. The olfactory fusion. Spice-scented winds meet New World blooms. The conquest of fragrance reached its zenith as the spice-scented winds of the Silk Road met the blooming botanical riches of the New World. Perfumers, armed with an unprecedented array of aromatic ingredients, engaged in an olfactory fusion that transcended cultural and geographical boundaries. Spices from the East blended with the floral and fruity notes of New World blossoms, creating complex and harmonious fragrances. The captivating role of scent in this olfactory fusion mirrored the interconnectedness of global trade and cultural exchange, giving birth to perfumes that told stories of the spice routes and the New World's aromatic splendors. 8. The global perfume trade. A continuous olfactory exchange. In the contemporary perfume industry, the conquest of fragrance continues with a seamless global exchange of aromatic treasures. Perfumers source ingredients from every corner of the world, creating compositions that echo the historical conquest of scents from the Silk Road to the New World. The spice-scented winds that once traversed the deserts of the Silk Road now mingle with the blossoms of New World botanicals in the laboratories of perfumers. The captivating role of scent in this continuous olfactory exchange pays homage to the rich history of fragrance, where spices, resins, and blooms converge to create perfumes that resonate with the spirit of exploration and discovery. In conclusion, a perfumed tapestry of global history. The conquest of fragrance from the spice-scented winds of the Silk Road to the exotic botanical riches of the New World is a perfumed tapestry woven through the annals of history. It reflects the cultural, economic, and olfactory exchanges that have shaped the world of perfumery. As we inhale the scents of distant lands in our contemporary fragrances, we become part of an ongoing odyssey, where the captivating role of scent continues to transcend time and connect us to the aromatic treasures of a shared global history. Embark on a fragrant journey through time and space as we unravel the intricate tale of how fragrance influenced the intercontinental exchanges that transformed perfumery into a lavish global tapestry of scents. This olfactory odyssey spans centuries, linking cultures, trade routes, and botanical wonders, creating a symphony of fragrances that transcends borders and embraces the diverse aromas of the world. 1. The Silk Road. Aromatic threads of cultural exchange. The Silk Road, the ancient network of trade routes connecting the East to the West, laid the foundation for the intercontinental exchanges that would shape the world of perfumery. Aromatic treasures from the East, such as spices, resins, and precious woods, were carried along these routes, weaving threads of cultural exchange that extended far beyond commerce. Fragrance played a captivating role in the Silk Road's narrative, serving as a bridge between distant lands. The scents of the East, including exotic spices like cinnamon, cardamom, and ginger, found their way to the West, influencing the olfactory preferences of diverse civilizations. The intercontinental exchange of aromas along the Silk Road set the stage for a global perfumery enriched by the cultural diversity of the world. 2. The Spice Trade. A fragrant symphony across oceans. As maritime exploration flourished, the spice trade became an intercontinental venture that transcended the boundaries of continents. European powers set sail in search of the exotic spices of the East, navigating treacherous seas to establish direct routes to the source. Fragrance, with its captivating role, became a sought-after commodity that fueled the desire for intercontinental trade. The scents of spices such as cloves, nutmeg, and pepper transformed the spice trade into a fragrant symphony that resonated across oceans. The intercontinental exchange of these aromatic treasures not only enriched the cuisines of Europe, but also inspired perfumers to create new and captivating fragrances, marking the beginning of a global fusion of scents. 3. Colonial aromatics. Olfactory riches from new lands. The age of colonialism ushered in an era of exploration and exploitation that brought forth a bounty of olfactory riches from new lands. Aromatic plantations were established in far-flung corners of the world, introducing Europeans to botanical wonders previously unknown. Fragrance, now sourced from the Americas, Africa, and Asia, became a testament to the intercontinental exchanges that were transforming perfumery into a global art form. Vanilla, cocoa, and various spices from the New World entered the olfactory palette of perfumers, creating compositions that reflected the diverse aromas of the globe. The captivating role of scent in these colonial aromatics mirrored the broader cultural exchange that accompanied the intercontinental connections forged through exploration and exploitation. 4. The olfactory fusion of East and West. Spices and florals unite. The intercontinental exchanges of the spice trade and colonial expansion set the stage for an olfactory fusion that married the scents of the East with the blossoms of the West. Perfumers, now armed with a rich and diverse array of aromatic ingredients, embarked on a journey of creating fragrances that transcended geographical boundaries. Spices from the East, such as cloves and cinnamon, blended harmoniously with the florals of the West, like roses and lavender. The captivating role of scent in this intercontinental fusion reflected a harmonious coexistence of aromas from different corners of the world, creating perfumes that told stories of cultural exchange and a shared global heritage. 5. The globalization of perfumery. A tapestry of scented splendor. The 19th century witnessed the Industrial Revolution, transforming perfumery into a global industry. Advances in distillation and extraction techniques, coupled with the expansion of global trade routes, allowed perfumers to source a myriad of ingredients from every corner of the world. Fragrance became a tapestry of scented splendor woven from the threads of intercontinental exchanges. Citrus fruits from Italy, flowers from grass, and spices from the East converged in the laboratories of perfumers, creating complex and layered compositions. The captivating role of scent in this globalization of perfumery reflected a celebration of diversity and a willingness to explore the olfactory nuances of the entire planet. 6. Exoticism and oud. Aromatic treasures from the Middle East. The fascination with exoticism in the 20th century further fueled the intercontinental exchanges that shaped perfumery. The Middle East, with its rich history of perfumery and aromatic traditions, became a focal point of inspiration for Western perfumers. Oud, an aromatic resin derived from agarwood, emerged as an intercontinental sensation, captivating the senses with its rich, deep, and complex aroma. The captivating role of scent in this era extended beyond traditional perfumery to embrace the allure of exotic and rare ingredients. The intercontinental exchanges now reached the heart of the Middle East, with perfumers drawing inspiration from the region's olfactory heritage to create fragrances that transcended cultural boundaries. 7. Niche perfumery. Crafting global olfactory narratives. In the contemporary perfume landscape, niche perfumery exemplifies the ongoing intercontinental exchanges that define the industry. Independent perfumers, free from commercial constraints, draw inspiration from global aromas, crafting fragrances that tell unique and personal olfactory narratives. Niche perfumery sources ingredients from diverse regions, creating compositions that reflect the intercontinental tapestry of scents. The captivating role of scent in niche perfumery goes beyond mainstream trends, exploring the depths of global olfactory diversity and contributing to the continuous evolution of perfumery as a global art form. 8. Scented globalization. A shared olfactory heritage. As we stand at the crossroads of the 21st century, the captivating role of scent continues to influence the intercontinental exchanges that shape perfumery. Fragrance has become a shared olfactory heritage, drawing inspiration from the spices of the East, the florals of the West, and the exotic aromas of every corner of the globe. Perfumery, once a regional craft, has transformed into a global art form that celebrates diversity and intercontinental connections. The scents we wear on our skin tell stories of cultural exchange, trade routes, and the rich tapestry of a shared olfactory history. In conclusion, perfumery as a global art form, the captivating role of scent in the intercontinental exchanges that transformed perfumery into a lavish global tapestry of scents, is a testament to the enduring power of fragrance. From the Silk Road to the spice trade, from colonial aromatics to contemporary niche perfumery, perfumery has evolved into a global art form that embraces the diverse aromas of the world. As we inhale the scents of distant lands in our contemporary fragrances, we become part of a shared olfactory journey that transcends time and connects us to the aromatic treasures of a global perfumery heritage.